So yesterday I put up a video, and here's the basic premise.
He's spending the night.
And she talking about spending the night? Oh no, I got you. Talking about it's all the snow on her car. Bitch, you gotta go. You gotta go tonight.
All right. So I want you all to pay
Okay,
attention to what's
so basically it's a snowstorm. Go look at the video. The snow is coming down from the sky. There's a guy in a bathrobe and he's outside, and it's like, hold on. It's early and I'm tired, but I needed to make this video to expound upon this mentality and this sickness that exists in many people's minds. So basically, he's kicking her out in a snowstorm because he doesn't want to spend not one moment longer with her after and it's implied that they've had intercourse. There's a comment that came in where this guy says, really don't like women because we don't want them to spend the night is wild. Y'all like to satisfy y'all's self with these sayings. And part of the reason that I had to blank out his name is because the last time I left the name of a problematic man in his comment on my video, he let me know later on that there were women who contacted him looking to save him from his misdeeded ways. And so basically, my commentary in that video that I showed you all is that many of these men don't like women. They just don't like women's company. They don't like being around women. They are just interested in getting what they can get from women. It's a part of the culture. And not just the culture in our community, but it's a culture in the patriarchy and patriarchies that have become misfitted throughout the centuries, where women are not even regarded as human. They're regarded, and when I say not regarded as human, and there actually are some people who don't think that women are human. I'm going to do a video on one of those, but they don't see women as autonomous beings who exist for their reasons and the trajectory of their own lives, but that they exist for their pleasure, for these men's pleasures, to use not just intimately, but use women of their resources. And many of people are attributing that to the Bible and how they say women were born out of a rib and supposed to be a helpmeet and supposed to be submissive. As if women don't have reasons for living, for being born, that have nothing to do with helping a man get to where he wants to be, satisfying a man, being a resource to man, living her life to please. But nonetheless, let's get back to this video. My response to this guy is, don't like women because, according to what's implied here, he used her sexually and then is making her risk her life just so she doesn't have to spend not a moment longer in the home. And then look, I want you to pay attention to the question I asked. Have you ever seen a video like this of a man kicking a male friend out at night in a snowstorm? Not only that, if you look at the video, he's calling her bitch. So he's used her intimately. He's satisfied himself. And then she can't rest there until the snowstorm passes. It's like the lack of humanity. And I'm serious. Has anybody here ever seen a video of a man being like, when your male friend tries to spend the night in the snowstorm, N-word, you gotta get the... I mean, have you ever... And I feel like we've become so accustomed to the mentality that we don't even bat an eye at it. Of course you wouldn't kick a male friend out at night in a snowstorm. Why would you? Let them rest there till the morning. Even if they have to sleep on the couch, even if you don't want her at least let the woman sleep on the couch until the snowstorm passes. But but look at this comment here. This woman says, When I say this, I get attacked. Over the years, I stopped listening to hip hop. The older I got, the more triggering the lyrics became. Every other line is about disposing a woman after she's been used sexually. We all grew up on the music, so we're numb to it, and casual, non committal S is the norm. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Tanya TKO and I'm a self love specialist. I am a trained life coach from an accredited institution. And I talk with you all about loving yourselves. On this channel, we react to viral stories and I give the self love lessons that help you get more in alignment with what loving yourself looks like. And ladies, you've got to love yourself enough to weed out men like the man in the video, like the men in the comments. And like I said, I even have to cross out the men's names because there will be women in their brokenness that will seek out them. Even though I've covered it up, I mean, the video is public, there will be women who come to the video looking for ways that they can transform him. We have been taught in our societies that the healing waters of our bodies are here to repair broken boys. And there's so many women that try to rejuvenate these men by allowing them to dip into their waters. He's very serious with what it is that he's saying. He doesn't love himself. A man who loves himself and cares for himself is not flinging himself around haracarily. You know, the male orgasm secretes his DNA. And a person who loves themselves is not haracarily putting himself in a position to squirt his DNA into a vessel that he doesn't even like. What is it that is implied in that video? What's implied is that after he has satisfied himself sexually with this woman, that he cares so little for her personality, for her presence, for the gift that being with her is. And ladies, this is why we have to stop allowing these men to dip into our waters. Keep yourself to yourself for people who are unvetted. Stop thinking that there's something about you that is going to heal this man's brokenness. You know, I need to talk about Love is Blind, the finale that just happened, because we are constantly auditioning. You know, we read these storybooks when we're young, and then we're looking for that happily ever after, and we're constantly auditioning for the role of wife or girlfriend or bedmate or just somebody that he can tolerate. We're just constantly auditioning for their approval. And this is where self-love comes in, because you have to love yourself enough to know that his issues are his own. It's not up to you to try to make him see a different way. And they depend on you wanting to audition so that they can have their constant supply of their own quote unquote healing, their inspiration, you as their muse or you as their mule, carrying the load and the brunt end, using you for your money, for your resources, for your body, for your comfort, for their upliftment, for their personal development. I'm a trained life coach, but many of you out there are being used for your therapy, for your untrained life coaching skills, for your inspiration and motivation, and you pushing them on to become better people and better men so that they can get with the women they really want to be with. Ladies, we have a lot of work to do, and this is part of the reason that men just need to be quiet when women are talking. However, there are many who want to distract us and stop us from having these conversations. There will be those that comment, "Oh, but I'm not like that. I don't do that." And they're being disingenuous because they're not looking at the average, the norm of what exists out here, not the few outliers that they're claiming and actually are quite problematic because they're distracting from a necessary conversation. Like, would you want your daughter to be treated like that? Even though you claim you're not like that, what are other men who talk to you like? Anyway, leave your comments below. I want to hear what you all have to say about this. Tanya TKO. Peace.